What is up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. This is Aries the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, wherever you needed to hear it. Reading for you guys, so eat the meat, spell out the bones, let it resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright. Palo Santo! You know what, Aries? Let's just get into this reading, y'all. I want y'all to have a good week. It's going to be coming out on Monday here. And I feel like there needs to be some more fun. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you have been working super hard lately here. You've been giving more than you've been receiving. You have definitely been someone who is very charitable here. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you are... You know... I don't want to say like you in debt, but maybe you feel like, you know, you are owed some type of fun. You could be working. What is that? Well, I'm getting TikTok notifications on my phone. I don't know why. You need to have more fun, Aries. I don't know what it is. I feel like you have been working your ass off lately here. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you've been having a hard time with blockages. So there's some type of student loans, mortgages, bills. Your bills could have really had you like unable from doing certain things recently. The Three of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Cups here. I feel like somebody... There could be a female energy. Queen of Cups with Swords here. Somebody in here is... feminine energy that is needing money, could be needing some resources, some financial stability, or they have been someone here who has been helping you even though they have also been going without. Like, this could be a mother, like you could, it don't necessarily be you, it could be somebody in your family is going through like some financial hardships and just put some blockages on you. Like, you've had to like help your mom out, help your auntie, your grandma, somebody out. You've been having to... Ooh, excuse me. Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Emperor here in reverse. Yeah, you've been having to provide for someone's household. The Strength in reverse with the Temperance here in reverse and the Four of Wands. You have really been afraid of financial setbacks here, stability, losing your home. Something about the home here, being able to pay off debts, being able to take trips, move forward in the future here. The Magician in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. You're not sure if going back to school would even be helpful. Or you could have been like, I'm going to go back to school, and just ended up being more debt than actually help. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You've been working, but nothing is like paying off the way it should. Ten of Swords here and the Ten of Cups. Damn. Family betrayal. Like, King of Cups and the Five of Wands. This could be on your father's side. So your father could be people fighting over money on your father's side, or your father, or something about fighting over money. Everything is very up in the air, topsy-turvy. These cards are slipping and sliding. Wheel of Fortune. I do see things turning, though. That's good. This financial... Ooh, Lord, this is getting on my nerves. The way that this is just moving and the shipping and the shaking is just irritating the shit out of me. Okay, behind the scenes. Ooh, okay. Stop. You know, things could be very irritable to you. What are these cards? I do not like these cards. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Huh. So here's the thing. You may have had the help. Ooh, Ten of Cups now is upright with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Damn. Okay. So I feel like your family is not doing the best financially, but maybe you have been overextending yourself trying to help them out. And here in the future, I see you being blessed for doing so. I feel like right now, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is you, like, you know, it may have even put you in debt. You may have allowed yourself to even be placed into debt willingly. You could have co-signed for somebody and, you know, they didn't pay their card note, so now it dinged you. Or you could have let somebody stay with you when they're not doing what they need to do. So now it's, you know, you've sacrificed yourself. I feel like you did this intentionally with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I think you, or if not, you've accepted the outcome. That's what I should say. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, someone here did not participate. They did not collaborate. This is someone who, you know, promised you they would pay you for a job that they didn't pay you all the way. You know, they're saying you didn't do it all. There's all kinds of blockages. Someone here tried to mess with your money. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Someone was definitely trying to mess with your money here. These people were playing games. These people were like trying to not pay you. Someone here was trying to get you stuck, trying to keep you caught up. This Queen of Cups here and this Ten of Cups. This is someone from your family. This could be a mother. This is a motherly energy who is really not good with money. And they depend on you. They overly depend on you to take care of them. And like they'll do like little certain things for you now and then to kind of keep it like it feel like, you know, they're contributing something. So it's like they'll ask you 4 times out of 5, and then that one time they'll do it themselves. They may like, you know, every 4 out of 5 times they'll hit you up for money, but then that 1 out of 5 times you might actually, hey, can I get $20? And they'll be able to hit, like, you know, send it back to you. But it's like at a rate of like 4 to 5 or something like that. You know, they take 4 times as much as they give you back in return. But to you, that's more than enough because some people don't even get that back. And you don't really ever really be needing some help. You don't ever really ever be needing some help. Okay, I'm so glad I got out of teaching because I don't know who was hurting, who was helping whom. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, some investments you made here from the past, I feel like they were not helping you. Like these people here, like, it's one thing to not have the best financial literacy, right? But when you are actively depending on, how do I put this? You don't know what you don't know, right? Like we don't know what we don't know. But if we don't teach our kids to be better financially, and instead of doing that, we actually use our kids financially, then we aren't helping them get ahead in life. We're just keeping them, you know what I'm saying? And like there's this King of Cups, yeah, there was this King of Cups energy. Somebody's father, a fatherly figure, a masculine figure here, does not want you to like be successfully, like financially independent. They want you to rely on them. They don't want you to be better than they are. The King of Cups, this is very jealous energy. This is a masculine energy. This could be a uncle, like you know, oh, the first doctor in the family was a woman, so now they like treat you like shit if you're a man. Or, you know, this is a man who's upset that his wife makes more money than him, but he doesn't, you know, he belittles her, you know, professionally. Because it may be a office job or something there, but he has a blue collar, you know, he does something. Oh, you know, without me, the whole world would show down. I'm a trucker. Without us, the whole world stops. It's like, okay, well, if that was the case, then why come you only make $25 an hour? If you're so necessary, how come you only make $25 an hour and I make $2,500 a week? You know what I mean? So if you are so important, how come she, you know, Aries make $250,000 a year and you only make $2,500, $25? You know, you make $25 an hour. So you make $2,500 a week. So, yeah. So let's see, if you know 25, what's that? $25 an hour. So that's $100 for 4. That's $200 a day. So that's about $1,000 a week. Yeah. So which is about, you work 8 hours a day. 8 times 25 is 2. So $200 times 5 days a week is 1,000. So it's about four and some change a month. 25 a week is 10, about 10 grand a month. So yeah. Sorry, just doing math in my head. 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacles here. A lot of Pentacles. So money is our focus for this week. Okay, Aries? Heavy on the money. Heavy money. Ace of Cups here and the Emperor in reverse. Yeah. We are... working on our empire. Working on our... The Emperor in reverse, I feel like you are bringing love into the equation when you deal with yourself, when you are dealing with channeling your inner, like, divine masculine, your boss energy here. Like, you're trying to get your shit back together. You have been overly focused on financial, material shit here, and it's the Chariot. Yeah. Damn, you have some really good shit coming towards you. The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, that is like, you are walking into success here. And it all stemmed from you paying down debts, working hard, surrendering certain debts, or even surrendering stuff here. Like, you've really... wow. Courage, strength here. You have the 10 of Pentacles with the Strength card here. So you could be marrying into a family that is going to be very financially stable, and it's going to, you're going to like be able to you could have been the lone wolf, and you and another lone wolf are getting together. That's what it seems like. There's like 2 wolves in this card, the Strength card here, where it has 2 heads. It's a 2-headed wolf. I'm gonna go with it's 2 wolves. I think you're gonna build something. You and another person here. Keep seeing this 10 of Pentacles. Like, you are going to get married. You're going to have a happy life here with someone. And if it's not married, it could just be like a domestically blissful relationship. 5 of Wands and Knight of Swords. No more fighting with people from the past. The Knight of Wands is here to cleanse this is like your angels, or like cutting off communication. These people are going to be blocked. People are not going to be able to have access to you. The people who here are money blockages here from debt collectors. People trying to stop you, garnish your wages. Like, I don't know. People wishing bad on you. People wishing that your business doesn't be successful here. Like, there's been so much here. But this 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 15, death, or the Devil card here. Your work, whatever it is that you are working on, you've had to hide it, suppress it, change it, alter it, whatever you've had to do. You know, you've been... it's been growing slow, okay? And I feel like right now, it's like, it's going to take off, don't worry. But right now, it's still like in that growing phase. I'm laughing because the 8 of Pentacles, I have this little cheat sheet that it has like all the, like a 1-word meaning for each card. And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is mediocrity. So like, you could be feeling like mid, like everything you do is like you're in the... I'll use me as an example because I'm a perfect example for this. This is how I feel, honestly. So my channel, right, it's still growing. It's still a baby channel, right? And like, you know, I don't have the big fancy 4K star card here. Don't have the big 4K, you know, digital quality. I don't have the $1,000 microphone, although I do have a $200 microphone. This is a pretty expensive microphone, but the camera quality, you know, okay. It's okay. I got a little ring light today. You know, I'm still using a lamp for the other source, but you know, we're building. We're getting there. We're getting there, and it takes time to build. You know, the thumbnails are improving. You know, maybe in a couple months, I'm going to have a whole theme song and an intro and outro. You know, I'll have the membership. I'm just talking, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in that building stage of whatever it is that you are doing. If it's a job, like, you're like, okay, you're kind of starting your new job, you're getting your feet wet, or this is a relationship. Whatever it is, it's like you're coming into something, and it's like you're at the beginning phases of something that's going to be really, really good. You're ending with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, that's like success. That's money. Like, your future is so bright. Five of Cups in reverse. And you have to stop feeling guilty about leaving these things in the past alone. Like, people, certain places, certain energies, certain activities. The Five of Cups in reverse. You know, you just have to really... Some people are not going to understand the new you. Some people will not. Like, you've already started to cut people out anyway. The world here. Yeah, like, this has been a cycle. This Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Wands in reverse. It's just been a cycle of loss and blockages. Like, maybe you've tried so many different businesses. You've tried so many different relationships when it comes to love. Like, I don't even see any cups other than the Five of Pentacles. Grief. So, you know, like, your heart has been, I don't want to say your heart is hardened, but like, you have experienced loss and grief more times than like you've almost gone callous. Like, Seven of Cups. Feeling like there's no choices, no options. Wow, like, you're... Aries, you guys are really feeling a little... I want to say you're locked in. And that could be in a good way. I think it is in a good way. I think you're about to meet someone, if you haven't, who is going to lock you in. Who's going to... The Knight of Wands and the Star in reverse. This person... Yeah, this person has, I don't know, Six of Cups, Six of Wands. Someone wants to have a victory with you. This Star card. Someone looks up to you. I think right now you are really just confused. You're not really sure what to focus on. You're going through like a spiritual something. There's a spiritual baptism by fire, by just surrendering. The High Priestess. Trust your intuition here. Let your intuition lead you. Now is the time to look within the subconscious. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to things that you feel drawn to all of a sudden. Pay attention to certain phrases that you see and hear on TV, the radio, or whatever. Hear people say. The Sun and the King of Wands is here. So we have... a masculine fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries energy. This could be you. The Sun here. Vitality. Also masculinity. Also strength. Happiness. Fertility. Virality. You could be getting your health together. You could be working on your fitness goals. Getting back into the gym. Getting your body right, getting your mind right, eating more veggies. You know, you've been really like you really want something to just kind of like pick up, and you're so dead set on making something work here that it's almost a little bit consuming you a little bit. I feel like you need to ease up a little bit. Yeah, the Emperor and the, what was that? The Nine of... Queen of Swords. Oh, Queen of Wands at the end. Alright, Aries. Eight of Swords. Seeing the truth. Seeing through an illusion. You're going to find out that you are the boss of yourself here, and you're going to be able to make your own schedule, make your own wishes come true in life, no longer being responsible. Just be patient here. All great things take time. You have a lot of people here that are supportive of you. In the shadows, they may be rooting for you. Just be patient here. Things are going to definitely look better for you. I know you've carried a lot on your shoulders lately here, but things are going to look up for you sooner than later. All right, before we go, we're going to do some shadow. Embrace the shadow here. I don't want to take up too much time. Wounded heart. Acknowledge and tend to past emotional wounds. Healing begins with self-compassion. I feel like this Five of Cups in reverse is you. What is that? The Three of Pentacles too here. You could be recovering from some financial decisions that were not favorable, and I think that you need to forgive yourself for that. It may have set you back a couple years, or maybe you have like a lot of regret around going into a certain industry or helping a certain family member out or this or that, but you really need to let that go, because those were part of your journey here. With the World card here, those were cycles of poverty and blockages that you were supposed to experience. That way you'll learn how to relate to other people. It was character building. Like, you weren't without, so you could learn how to help those and understand what it's like and have compassion for those who have been without. So when you do become, I'm sorry, let me take that back. So now that you are becoming this wealthy, matriarch, patriarch, whoever you are, whatever you are becoming, this influential, abundant, magnetizing person, you'll be able to spread and share the love to those who truly deserve it, and not just getting in bed with other hungry, money-grubbing people here. Your inner light, exactly here. Even in the depth of shadow, your soul remains luminous. Never lose sight of it. So no matter how high in the world you go, you're going to always remember where you come from. You're going to always remember that, you're going to just be a philanthropist, like a true philanthropist. And you're not just going to be like someone who just like throws their money to everybody. Like, no, you're going to actually do things that help people. You're not just going to go around and just buy, paying off everyone's bills and stuff like that. You're going to actually do things that create, sustainable health, opening up, women's shelters, battered home places, safe homes and things like that for certain groups of people. Like, really being able to give back in a philanthropic way, not just feeding my mama and making sure everybody in that family got a new chain and a Bentley. Like, we're talking like actually like 500 turkeys on Thanksgiving for every year on Christmas. Like, creating a foundation where you and your people every year you are delivering turkeys or hams, or not just on Thanksgiving or Christmas just because it's Tuesday and people are needing to eat. Creating something here where just little things that people don't even think about. Just you're going to be involved in stuff like that because of what you've been through. You're going to be able to share it with the strength and vulnerability. True courage is allowing yourself to be seen even in your most raw state. Sharing your story, telling your story about how you had to, I tell people how I I was, it was not easy for me to go to college. I didn't have parents that paid for it. I took out, the student loans, and my parents, they didn't take out any loans to help me. My mom would send me a few dollars every now and then when she could. But, I didn't really have my parents supporting me in college. I remember I had a red Chrysler Concorde, and it used to overheat, and I don't know, I probably needed like maybe $300. I had to get the thermostat thingy replaced, and I needed about $300. I already had the shop that could do it and everything. I just couldn't come up with the extra $300. I was a college kid, and I was working at the grocery store, and then I was taking like all these classes, and I didn't have the extra $300. And I remember, this is the only time my dad came and visited me in college. He came down for like some random day, I don't even know what, and I remember we did something, and long story short, he saw my car, and I don't know, he didn't have the money. I didn't ask him, but like he kind of like I remember just being like, damn, like I wish something happened. We were trying to go from somewhere to somewhere, and it started to overheat because I had the time. I can get from my house to the campus and go to classes all day, or I can get to my job and from home into my job and back before it would start to overheat. And oh my god, that was so annoying. Thankfully, I only had to deal with that for a couple of months. Luckily, it was during the winter months. But it was, and I just remember like just wishing like probably about 6 months to a year almost I had to deal with that. It wasn't so bad in the winter because it was, cold, so it took a little warmer. My dad didn't offer to help me. He didn't offer any solutions or, well, so maybe he just kind of laughed. And I wasn't upset. At this point, I'd already kind of like knew that like he really wasn't someone who was very helpful. Like, I don't think he just, I don't know. I love my dad, but he's weird with money. Like, he really is. Like, I don't ask him for much. But he did help me out a little bit recently. He was like, you don't really ever ask for nothing. And I never ask my dad for money. But he know I've been, working from home, doing this, doing that. So he gave me about $100 and some. And I think he got some money from something here, so that's why. Anyway, I don't care about that. But I like to say this, I've been without, and I've had people who, in my opinion, were people who should have wanted to help, who could have been able to help, but they chose not to for whatever reason. And I question them on it. I don't even really get upset about it because that's your prerogative. You don't want to help me out, that's fine, whatever. But at the end of the day, when I remember that shit 15 years ago. And it's crazy. You gotta be careful how you treat people, because the people that you kick because you don't think that they're gonna ever amount to something, it could be your own fucking family. My own father treated me like that. And when I moved out of my apartment, I asked him to come help me get my stuff and move me back up, and he didn't even call or tell me that he wasn't gonna make it. I was sitting there all day waiting on I wasn't gonna. I was like, he said he was gonna come and help me. I called him, he never answered. I had to leave some of my stuff because I needed his truck. I had to throw away my bed, I had to throw away my headboard, I had to throw away some of my furniture. And I was really upset. But by this time in my life, this was like a year and a half after the whole car thing, I was like, he taught me a valuable lesson. Don't expect shit from anybody just because they say they're going to do something. no matter who it is. Some people just don't care enough about you to even let you know that they're not even going to be able to make it. I wasn't even that important to my own dad. So you know, I may not say everything I feel, but when somebody knows that you know that they know that you know, when you don't hear from me from weeks, you know why. They know why. They know why you're not pressed to call them and check in with them. He knows why. He gotta hunt me down. Hey, what's up, number one? Nothing. You good? I'm great. Need anything? I'm straight. I'm cool. I don't need nothing. The guilt trap. Release unnecessary guilt. Self-blame keeps you chained in cycles of suffering. Could care less about their suffering. And that's how you gotta be. You gotta care less about these people suffering. Because let me tell you some real shit. I love my father, but I know I can't trust him. I know I can't depend on him. Maybe he's tried a little bit recently. I think, he's getting older and he's starting to realize that, trying to hang out with the fellas and, running in behind different, whatever he was doing, however he's decided to spend his free time, it wasn't with his kids. Not even as a kid, I didn't feel like a priority. So I'm not going to waste my 30s and 40s trying to prioritize someone who should have fortified our relationship when I was a kid. That was up to you. You don't have a relationship with really any of your kids, honestly. I mean, I ain't the only one. I'm just the oldest one. But that does leave a betrayal scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of pain. Now that I can drink too. Much I don't drink anymore. But I'm going to get an NA in there. And I'm going to fry these pork chops. And watch the rest of season 2 of Game of Thrones. Hold up now. Oh, I'm over here just spilling tea. But you know what? They should have never gave me a microphone. Because I wonder, I've said this in another video. What if I got up here and said everything that happened to me, all the ways that the family members said and did certain things to me? I wonder, had they known, of course not, right? If they had known that I would be sitting here on YouTube with my 2,000 subscribers and growing, thanks to you guys, we made it. Thank you, Aries, for being a part of that. I already got, I think I said that yesterday, yeah. Hopefully I did already. Anyway, thank you guys. If I didn't say it in the last video, thank you. I appreciate it. We got over that. And we got so more to go. We're growing something big here. And, it's too late to try to come and join it now. It's the soul's longing. What parts of yourselves have you neglected? Your soul is calling for deeper connection. I think for me, the deeper connection and soul longing is I want to know why. Why was I so easily dismissed all the time? Why didn't they want to? Why didn't you try to help? What did I do? Why did I always grow up feeling like my father didn't like me? Was it the gay thing? What was it that it always felt like you just don't like me? Not even a jealousy. It's do you think I ruined your plans because you had me get my mom pregnant when you were young? And I don't know. I just feel like I've always sensed this bitter resentment as if I did something. I don't know. And I stopped trying to figure it out. I really did. Letting go of the old you and the shadow's gift. Within darkness lies wisdom. The pain you've endured in shaping you into someone stronger. Yeah. I think that's what made me so good with being numb Is like all the ways that I felt, and there was good times too. Don't get me wrong, my dad's not like a terrible human being. Like he's a really funny. He doesn't take anything too serious though. He's not a bad person. He never like beat the shit out of me or, you know, he was there. He showed up. He just had a very, in my opinion, he didn't parent me the way I would have liked to have been parented. But it's not. I came with the instruction manual. I don't know. Being a parent sounds really difficult, and I have a lot of empathy and love for him for, you know, doing what he did. Although I do wish there were certain things he didn't do, and certain things I wish he did do, but who doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just, I've just learned to really forgive, because I had a lot of hatred, a lot of anger towards my dad for his treatment of me, especially during college, especially when I felt like I was trying to do the things to make me a better person, to make me someone that you would want to be proud of. And it just felt like you were indifferent. I think indifferent's a good word. Yeah, it wasn't that he wasn't not supportive. It just felt like indifferent. It was a lack of support. There was never a, oh, he's going to college, you know, let me get him a computer, or, you know, it was, I had very, very tick for tack. And it was very much so like my dad and my mom both would do things towards me to make the other one angry. Like, he was upset about having to pay child support, so he wouldn't buy me, like, certain things. And I remember one time, I had some really dirty shoes, and everyone else got shoes, but because he had to pay child support, I didn't get shoes. So I had to watch everyone else get shoes. And then he laughed at me for having dirty shoes. And you see what? No, and it's like, I feel bad for saying that, but like, that's what happened. Why do I feel bad for telling the truth? Because it makes someone else look like an asshole. But that's what they did. And maybe because I didn't get angry about it, I didn't throw it in your face, I just waited 25 years and made a YouTube video about letting go of pain. Anyway, somehow this turned into me unloading my personal things onto you guys. But hey, that's what families do, right? Anyway, guys, I think that's a good place to leave it for here today. Let this be a lesson, though. You know, people, you can't do wrong by somebody and then tell them how mad to get or when to say. And it's not even to, you know, punish someone. It's just me sharing my experience, because remember, people can talk about what they've been through, and if you've done unfavorable looking things, you can't blame that person. You just need to be mad with yourself for doing those actions. I'm not saying you did anything, Aries. I'm talking to people who have done you wrong. Now that you got the microphone, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Okay, because it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the microphone. Because with the original, ain't no fun when a rabbit holds the gun. You know, now you got the microphone. It's your chance to shine. It's your chance. Go write that book and talk about the stuff that you were suppressing all your life. Go tell stories and bring awareness to the situations. Like, you know, for too long, our families have been just hiding our trauma. And you know what's funny is, like, I remember me and my dad went to go visit my brother, and we were sitting at my brother's house. He lives in Ohio. I live in Missouri, right? And so my brother, you know, I guess he had me followed. He followed me on YouTube, and my channel had popped up. And my dad was like, "Let's watch a video." I was like, "I don't want to watch my video. Like, come on, guys. Like, I don't want to sit here with you all and watch my videos. And he's like, no, watch it. And then I said something that's like, no, I don't want to watch it because it's like, you just want to watch it because it's like you're just trying to like embarrass me. Like you're just trying to like watch it because you want to like make me feel embarrassed. And he didn't say anything. And I wasn't even trying to be like an asshole, but I was just like, no, you just trying to like make me feel embarrassed. Like I do not want to watch this. And then he just kind of like scrolled past it. But it's like, y'all shouldn't be watching my videos. Because if you was to sit around and listen, the person who's gonna be embarrassed ain't gonna be me. If you really wanted to sit and watch my videos, I don't think I'm the one that's gonna be looking embarrassed by the end of them. When I get done telling all my stories. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse with the Hangman in reverse. Yeah. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the microphone. And let me tell you something. You sharing your experiences, it may shed light on some negative aspects of other people's shadows, but that's not for you to worry about. They don't get to control how you speak your narrative because of their actions. That's the consequences that they made. And it's not to demonize, put them down. Like I said, no hate. Don't send nobody no hate. My father is a good person. I love him. That was 20-some years ago. He was an immature little boy who had no business being a father. He just didn't. All right, he was not mature enough to have kids, but he stuck around and he did what he could do. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. A lot of people had kids. They had no business. A lot of people are parents and they don't fucking have no business holding a baby. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna demonize. We're not gonna send anybody any hate. They did the best that they could. I could have been vacuumed out some damn. I'll leave it right there, okay? I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm alive. Did nobody touch on me? Did nobody beat on me? Did nobody, I went to school every day and I got a nice education. Here I am today. Did some petty shit along the way, but I forgive them, I love them. But, at the end of the day, we don't talk every fucking day. I love you guys, and I'd rather talk to you every day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Until then, drink water, be safe, and peace. I said it was gonna be a short video, but it's just, you can't ever do that.